Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Colts cast. We are here to talk about anything and everything in Indianapolis Colts. I am your host, Jamal Lawrence. Eric is in Charlotte right now. I guess he's still painting the town blue. Thought he was going to be able to come in for this one, but I guess he's having too much fun up down there after the Colts pulled off this win against the Carolina Panthers. So I'm just going to do a solo one here for us, make it short and sweet for you guys. I'm coming at you a little later than normal, but it's all good because the Colts got a dub today. So if you are new here, um, please like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. Guys, we love to bring all the Colts content we can to you, good, bad, ugly. And today it was a great day as a Colts fan. So we want to continue to bring it to you. First and foremost, the Colts get the W against the Panthers 27-13. 27-13. And we said during the pregame show this game was going to be a dominant Colts win for us. We didn't know, and by I speak for me and Eric when we say this. We both didn't know that the defense was gonna be the focal point of this game because the defense has been letting up the most points. But I'll tell you right now, enter Kenny Moore the second. I mean, the defense as a whole just dominated this thing. It was something out of a movie how well they played today. Great all around effort, no matter how you slice it. But there were some outliers, and obviously the biggest one is Kenny Moore the second. I mean, guys, we're talking about a man who had 8 tackles, 7 total, or excuse me, 7 solo, 2 pass deflections, and of course, how can we forget those 2 pick six? 2 pick six, the first in Colts history to have 2 pick six in a game. He did it with his sisters at the game. So Jim Irsay, get his sisters at every single game because we need that. We need that week in and week out. Kenny Moore, I mean, dominant today. Showed that he could do it all. And that's what we needed. We've been saying, and I've been saying this personally for weeks, that we need the Indianapolis Colts defense to really turn the tables and get these turnovers for us to set us up for great field position. Kenny Moore took it a step further today and said, don't worry about the field position. I'm about to get you into the end zone, put up 12 points alone for us. So he kept us in the game all game long. Now, of course, we have to talk about Shaq. Shaq ended with 10 total tackles, 7 solo, which is great for him. I mean, we know what he talked about earlier this week, about being upset about his downs he's getting and wanting to be in on third down. And he wants to be more integral part of this defense, but he's not fully 100% yet. Well, today he showed that he could play. He got 10 quiet tackles for us. And I say quiet because, of course, Kenny Moore stole the show. So it's hard to, hard to realize that Shaq was out there getting 10 tackles, but he was all over the field today doing what he needed to do. And I was a little nervous at first. I'll be the first person to tell you when Ziggy wasn't playing. I said, obviously he was out today. I said, man, defense may have their work cut out. Ziggy is the heartbeat of that defense right now for what it's worth. But he was on the sideline coaching them up all game long. And clearly it was working. We had his presence there. Obviously, Shaq being the leader that he is on this defense, he was still showing out for us. Kenny Moore, again, I already talked about him. But DeForest Buckner, I mean, I personally think DeForest kind of set the tempo for us. I'm sure anybody who's watching this game realized what he was doing. I mean, dude, he strongest defensive lineman out there right now. I don't care what anybody says. His stat line read form: 4 tackles, 4 solo tackles, 1 sack, 2 tackles for a loss, 2 pass deflections. Dude had his paws up everywhere. He took Bryce Young down, deflecting the ball. I mean, anything you could imagine you needed DeForest to do, he was doing it. And it kind of set this team up for success when he did that, because when he started building up on his game and making it easy for our defense out there, that's when Kenny started getting better. Bryce was starting to get shaken up a little bit because the pressure was on him. So it all kind of went hand in hand, and the defense just really showed out, and they were unstoppable today. It's just that simple. They were legitimately unstoppable today. I mean, everybody across the board was just holding down the fort and doing their job. Now, if we switch over to the offensive side of the board, it was a little shaky. Oh, and I forgot. Let me forget to give credit to Segun Olubi. I think I said that. I probably said it incorrectly, but Segun Olubi, he got his first interception as well. Unfortunately, he didn't get to return it, but he got that interception. So that made 3 total turnovers for us on the defensive side of the ball. Exactly what the Colts needed. And the reason why the Colts needed that is because the offense was not firing today. It was not firing at all. And it was a little shaky. I was a little nervous watching it because, we need to put up points. We're putting up not we're averaging over 20 points a game. Only team in the league right now in doing that. So when we're doing it, usually that's because our offense is clicking all right. We're getting some chunk plays. But today was not the case. Without the help of Kenny Moore and company, it would have been a different vibe for us, a different game. Minshew finished with the stat line 17 of 26, 127 yards, one touchdown, got sacked once. JT, JT had 18 carries for 47 yards, longest being 13 yards. Again, a little disappointed in that because the first half, I think he had 41 yards, I believe it was. And similar to last week, he finished with just a handful of yards here to finish out the second half. 64 yards. JT had 5 for 22 yards. Definitely feel like we missed the presence of Josh Downs. Sounds like he re-aggravated that knee. He went down, was out for the rest of the game. So hoping for a speedy recovery for him because he is a focal point of this offense and we need him in there. Just no other way to slice it. I mean, he's our leading receiver right now, so we need Josh Downs in there. So hoping for a speedy recovery for that knee. Hopefully he can get healthy with that because we're gonna have him going forward. But again, it was just one of those things where I was just a little upset about how the run game was. And I don't know, it's hard. I feel like sometimes we kind of got set up for failure with some of the runs. We're running the ball in awkward positions to where we probably shouldn't be, or at least let's put Minshew under center. I don't know. I feel like we can do split back. There are a bunch of different options we could do, I think, to help benefit this game because statistically speaking, this should have been an easy like career game for JT going against a Carolina defense who was letting up, I think, like 120 or 130 yards to running back. So this should have been like a monster game on paper. So I was a little disappointed to see, the total rushing 30 carries for 78 yards. I mean, that's averaging 2.6. That's pretty upsetting. But hey, it doesn't matter because we got the W today, 27-13. We figured out a way to hold down Adam Thielen, Miles Sanders. All these guys were non-factors for us. Chuba Hubbard, he had a couple explosive plays. That 20-yard run he had, I thought they were going to start to get rolling a little bit more in the second half than what they did. But again, lights out defense. Gus Bradley must have heard the whispers. I don't even think they were really whispers. I think they were shouts coming from everybody talking about how lackadaisical the defense has been playing, letting up so many points. But whatever it was, these guys all came together today and they showed that even without having that leader Ziggy on the field, we can make it happen on the defense side of the ball. Kenny Moore stepped up. D-Buck did what he does. Shaq was there. Guys, this is what we want to see. This is what the Indianapolis Colts want to see. We don't want to see tanking. We want to see these guys go out there and be competitive. And no matter how you slice it, you can say, oh, the Panthers are, they were 1-6 coming to this game, yada, yada, yada. Doesn't matter. Hard fought game. Our guys came out, had something to prove, and they did. They did what they needed to do. So a great overall win. Looking forward to what this week has in store for us. Hope all these guys get some rest, soak up this W because that's what we needed. We needed to get back in this win column for us, and make our way back to that 500 because we can still get to the playoffs, guys. It's still possible. We're 4-5 right now. So, Colts, we need you to continue to do what you do. Make it look easy out here. Kenny Moore, MVP without question. D-Buck right behind them. Let's see all our guys get back healthy and get back on the field as soon as possible. But like I said, guys, it's going to be a short cooking for you today. Please drop your comments below. Let us know how you feel about the game. Let me know if you were down in Charlotte today. And for our Indy fans here, I'll be at the next home game. Let us know about that. But as always, you can follow us on all social media, Twitter, Instagram. You listen to us on Spotify, of course, here on YouTube, wherever you get your podcasts from. Appreciate everybody listening. Y'all take care. Have a great start of the week. Go Colts, and we'll see you here for the midweek roll.